2 millennia ago in ancient Rome, when appeasing the Roman pantheon of gods was part of everyday life. Herod of Alexandria invented a device called the Heliopile, so that when they made sacrificial offerings, the god would open their doors in gratitude for their sacrifice made on the appropriate altar.
Vitruvius makes mention of an early version of this device in Book 1 of his De Architectura. He writes, Fiant enim eopilai ariae caevae, hae habent punctum angustumum, quae aqua infudantur, collocantoque ad ignam.
Et antequam calescant non habent ullam spiritum, simul autem aut fevere, quaeperent efficiunt ad ignem vehementum flatum.
Using the same engineering principles, Hero of Alexandria describes this same spherical version in more detail, and also describes the version we've chosen to recreate, as it applies to a temple door.
Naiskon kataskewe, hoste thusias ginomenes, tasturas automatos anoiesthai, obesteses detes thusias palin cleesthai.
Such a device could be used to provide a powerful visual effect with technology that seems strikingly modern. It was this level of sophistication that drew us to make recreating this our project. While there is not archaeological evidence to ascertain whether this device progressed from theory to practice during Roman times, it is nevertheless incredible that someone devised this nearly 20 centuries before the Industrial Revolution, using Vitruvian architectural principles.
So how does it work?
Well, Jenny, I'm so glad you asked. The design was that underneath temples, the Romans would build an elaborate apparatus. The fire at the top of the altar would push air down the tube to the sphere. The water level would then drop and go into the bucket, pulling down a string attached to dowels which would turn doors open.
Once the fire was turned off, the counterweight would then pull the doors closed, and the water retreated back into the sphere.
Inspired by such a design, we decided to build one ourselves. After 3 months of hard work, we finally finished our masterpiece.
Here's a demonstration of our final project. It's crazy to think that the Romans had the capability to do this on a large scale thousands of years ago.
It also took a surprisingly long time for the altar to heat up sufficiently before the doors would open. Imagine how long it would have taken for the Romans when it took us an hour. And while the purpose of this device was to harness the power of Aeolus, some of the winds must have escaped from his cave, because right at the very end, they blew out our altar. Fortunately, the doors opened first, as you'll see right here.
So the water pushed down the bucket this much, and the doors overcame the coefficient of friction with the wood and were able to open.